What a stressful just a couple days.
Hear that? I hear that.
I like doing remotes. I mean they're painful. The thing about remotes are, I don't want to get into it. I listen. I like doing them. They're fine. I like doing them when the people know what they're getting, and it's
yeah. If we said it on this podcast on the bonus, we were explaining to Lindsay, hey, we love doing remotes. We think better bang for your buck is live reads though.
But I like Lindsay though is because Lindsay knows our personality.
Knows the show, and she was like,
knows.
That's the other thing. That's what she wants to come to her soul patches.
Right. It's tough. We haven't done a remote honestly since 2020. Right?
And even then, those remotes were more events.
Right, that's what I mean. Like, so, but I mean, when was the last remote? Besides, I'm not counting Lionsdale because that was an event. So, what was an actual real remote that we had? In real remote, I'm saying like not partying. It's an actual. You're sitting behind a table.
We had to make the calls,
like cell phone and stuff. I mean, like a cell phone remote. Like,
I think the last one was Restore, which I think was in 2019.
So 2019. So there are things that can happen where you forget because we haven't had to do these. And also, not saying that we haven't done anything after that, but everything we've done has been more events, Jake and Tanner events. And when you do a Jake and Tanner event, it's more, people kind of know what they're getting.
Yes.
So we're so used to that. So when we go in to do a remote that's supposed to be like a normal remote, we're in our mind where it's like, you know, this is Jake and Tanner event.
It's an event, yeah.
And then I think at some point they go, that's not what we wanted.
Does?
We didn't want that. We wanted more.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know.
No, I get it. I get what you're saying. Because I was there and we talked about it for.
I mean, I thought it went good.
So
and without saying anything, I absolutely loved the place. And
it's not going to stop me from going there.
No, and I thought we did really well. It just seemed so long afterwards to go, we hated it. When in fact, when we left, I remember leaving and them going, we had so much fun. And we're like, yeah, we'd love to come back, just even do the show here. It'd be so much fun. We had more fun than we thought. And then
we said it to the girl. We're like, we'd love to do the show here.
And she was like, yeah. But then, like, you know, so long later, they're like, we don't feel like we got the bang for our buck. And again, we're not talking bad at all.
No.
And we want to try to come to a conclusion where it's like,
we want people to feel like they get a lot from us.
Right.
And that it's worth coming to us for things.
With somewhat of any kind of justification, which I don't think it was bad. I just think we're used to events. And it's more kind of we are doing our thing. There's not that much structure because we're just, go do your thing. It's your event. So there's not a lot of structure. There's people screaming at a wheel and partying and whatnot. So when you get into the real world business world, and that's another thing. This job it's not very professional. This is what we do all day. So you know, it's hard to go back into the suit and tie, and that wasn't where we were at. But you know, suit and tie kind of world where it's like, hey, you got to get your crap together, and it's like, oh, when you get paid all day long to just be you,
to just joke around,
and it's not that they wanted to change who we were. I just think they wanted a little more structure. That's what I'm hearing anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Should we even have talked about any of that?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean,
we didn't say anything bad.
I mean, it's not bad.
No.
I love them, and I hope we can work.
Yeah, me too.
It's been really it's just been really stressful, dude, the last couple days. Ugh.
Yeah, it's been not fly. These last few days. They haven't been dope, not tight. Nothing was fleek.
Oh, I just wish I could go back to when it was easier.
Didn't have so many cell phones.
Yeah, that and Her mom and dad had to worry about this stuff.
Right?
You know what I mean? You just worried about riding your bike It was fun times.
Yeah, I just worried about how far I was going to ride my bike today. Like, man, maybe I should try to ride my bike all the way to Peshtigo. It's like,
Right.
like 12 miles or 13 miles away and be like, man, but then I got to get on a big road. And I don't think mom and dad are going to like that. I remember one day my dad lit into me. Not that much. Like, the version of my dad lighting into me is him just being like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you can't. I've heard him yell like once in my entire life. Because I took my snowmobile and I was like 45 minutes away in a car. And he called me. He's like, where you at? I was like, oh, I'm at A&W. And he's like, A&W? Who are you with? He's like, oh. I was like, oh, I'm alone. I took the snowmobile and I wanted a burger. He's like, you can't just drive.
How far? Oh, you drove the snowmobile?
I drove the snowmobile probably,
it's all
like I said, like a
right.
45-minute drive.
Yeah.
And he was like, you got to come home and don't tell your mom.
We got another remote coming up, Lo. Speaking of that,
We got
hopefully
a couple of them coming.
we do. Oh yeah, we got Soul Patch.
Soul Patch, this one that they just asked about. Dalton Palooza, obviously.
Yeah, Dalton Palooza right around the corner. Do not forget, we got to call her Tuesday.
Dude, how long? Hey, Sugar, how long is that new Batman movie?
I think close to 3 hours, like 2 hours and 55 minutes or something.
I wonder if that should be one I go see tonight.
Tonight? You got something going on here tonight? Or are you going to go like to a midnight and then just come right
do
here?
like a midnight and then just come to work.
Well, yeah, then you'd be here.
Be here at like 3:30ish. I'd be here.
Yeah, Joe's like, well, we may have a problem with the board op for the remote. Well, yeah, I forgot. Oh, I can't say anything.
No.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When is that going to be a thing? I'm trying to say things without saying things.
I don't know, man.
Maybe never.
Maybe never. What do I know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know I don't feel right.
Like, what do you mean?
I don't
You're
know.
not drinking enough water.
No, I am. I feel just oddly weird today. I'm
You woke up tired. And
very
you talked
tired.
to me too early.
Yeah, and I feel like pressure here, but I don't feel like I have a cold. But I feel like I have a cold. I wonder if it's just stress.
Probably. You should get a neti pot. Do it at work. Like fucking Nick did that one day. Oh, never been more offended.
Soul purpose. That's what Soul Patch is. You get your soul patch for your soul purpose. Soul
Wait.
patching while you get your soul purposing.
I'm confused. So they have two stores?
SSPP. Same store. You go get your shirt and soul patch. SSPP. No, SPSP.
SPSP.
SPSP. That's fun. SPSP.
SP squared.
That I like that. Just say 2.
Yeah, SB2.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
I am too. Where's
Let's
this place at?
let's just stick with soul patches. I think let's try not, when you're just starting a business, Lindsay, bite off more than you can chew. Stick to soul patches, see if other things come out of it.
Lindsay, you're getting the most professional remote you've ever seen.
Oh, it's unfortunate that you're getting your remote now.
Suit and ties. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sirs. Exactly.
That's just politeness.
Exactly 1 minute breaks.
Oh, yeah. We should have somebody with a hook.
Yep, with a hook to pull it. Yep. Behind the table. Not messing with people and not being annoying.
The second that it's done, though. I'm getting a soul patch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that comes with. I
Yeah.
hope that's part of the remote.
I'd like to trade my talent fee in for just
Soul patching?
like 6 months worth of soul patch maintenance, because soul patches come with a lot more maintenance than you think they do. You think you just get yourself a soul patch and just swim in puss all day. That's not it. Okay, you got to take care of it.
On the after show. That surprised me. She doesn't want professional. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
No, we'll be all right. We like you. We get you. Not saying we don't like anybody else, but you get it.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, let's be fucking honest.
I really hate that some people, like on that text line today, said that they didn't feel like our apology. That was the problem. I knew that if we were going to say something about it.
It's a double-edged sword.
It's a double-edged sword because I really wanted to say something about it because I do feel That woman saying, "Oh my God, I've never seen this side of them." Yeah, well, you haven't been listening enough because we went off on listeners.
We've gone off harder on people for saying less.
Yeah. Yeah, but I did. I've been stressed out about the whole situation, and then I ended up sitting down and just going, all right, thinking about it and going, all right, yeah, I can see. Mm-hmm. Even though this is, our show, and this isn't something that was, a boss saying, hey, you got to do this, or at a meeting or any of this.
Yeah.
We didn't, none of that happened.
We did it because we wanted to.
No, yeah, and I call and I'm like, well, I forget. I call Tanner and I'm like, I think the problem, because if this would have happened in Florida, we would have not had one call. If this would happen in Texas, we would have had not one call. And as I'm reading it, and I've already stated this today, but as I'm reading it, I'm forgetting, and then just like you, most likely, we're forgetting that it's right here.
Yep.
Because the story's so crazy, it doesn't seem real, and you don't think it's this close.
Because once again, we said it before, if this was a Florida story, I feel like we have a different tone.
Oh, nobody would have had, you're right. And,
a whole different tone.
And then I'm like, okay, so she calls and she's hot and she attacks, so I attack back, and so I think, and I'm like, all right. Once I cool down, I'm like, the reaction was pretty tough, and so I'm going to apologize for that. And then I'm thinking about how what I was saying or what we were saying about it, and I'm like, okay, I can see where that could be insensitive.
Yes,
but I can also see if this was in a different state, we would ask those questions and not had a problem with it. So I can see where my part is, and also forgetting, but I can also see where the insensitivity comes, where they're seeing that, because it is right here. And then I go, oh, okay, shame on me. I do feel a little bad about that, and because it's a terrible situation. Again, it's hard to believe, even when you're saying it. You're like, this ain't real.
Well, yeah, I talked about it last night with my in-laws, and it was just, it's such a surreal, bizarre thing.
Yeah.
Because they're like, did that really happen? I was like, it's so weird. Because then you read it feels like a parody.
Right.
It feels like a bad movie.
So, I'm like, I want to say something. And we said, yeah, we should, if it gets to it, we didn't want to make it a thing where it's like, okay, at 7:20, we're going to talk about this. I'd like to get into it a natural way. And it happened.
It did, yeah.
It happened that way. Today, but I mean, and then you got a couple texts who are still offended, like, yeah, I don't believe your apologies at all, and it's like, what do you?
That's the thing. What? Either we would apologize, and it would be, I don't believe your apology, or we don't apologize, and I can't believe you guys wouldn't say nothing.
Right. And it wasn't. I don't want to say apology because that's like admitting to. I can understand where the insensitivity you could see that, and I have literally learning from like, okay, yeah. Like I get what they're saying. Right. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Hey, Liz, how long do we have? Because Liz wants to chat with us for a second.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Why don't we get?
Yeah, we can get. We got to talk to that. Got to get podcast on. I got to show you these gross ass shoes.
Okay. All right, sounds good. But we love you. Thank you for signing up for this podcast, this after show. We really appreciate it. Tell your friends. No, like the whole moral of today's show was, please, if we offend you,
don't be a little bitch about it.
Yeah, we're sorry, and if you offend us, you're sorry. I'll say that for you. and we're just going to be in the middle. We're like one big happy family, and we there's going to be disagreements, but thank you for sticking around. We appreciate it. Our kids appreciate it, and we love you.